Okay, first question. What kind of abilities do you have to do this job?
Okay, first of all, I think we should start with who am I and what is my current occupation and what is my job. I'm a computer scientist. I have completed all my graduation, on the undergrad, grad, and the PhD degrees on the computer science. Currently, I'm working on the management and business departments in Istanbul Medeniyet University. So I have switched to business side during my postdoc degree. I have completed my postdoc degree on computer science again. It was about data science, especially the streaming data mining. And during the data science studies, I have discovered that the business part of the data science is mostly related with the business life applications, real life applications, practical applications already ongoing, available. So I have switched to the business side. So the difficulties of my job is you need to be thinking in analytical side, open for all the new things, and interpersonal skills in order to continue your research or your job with the business side, because we need to do lots of business analytics, business process analytics. So you need to be balanced on the interpersonal skills and the technical skills at the same time.
Okay. Are you satisfied with your job and why?
Yeah, it was my childhood dream, so I am mostly satisfied with my current job. I like my job, I like what I do, and I like the people I'm working with. So I can say I like my job, and I'm satisfied with my job.
Okay. How much money do you earn in this job? Are you satisfied with it?
Yeah, mostly I do. In fact, I earn most of my income from other jobs besides I'm operating now. But the income level of my current job, either working in the academy or working as a consultant for the data science jobs, is mostly satisfiable for most of the people working on the area. So the income level is satisfiable, I can say this.
Could you tell me why you chose this job?
As I said before, it's my childhood dream, so I think the biggest motivation is coming from the computer games. I have started during my childhood, so I like to play computer games, so that's the main motivation I have selected the computer science. And afterwards, I have studied the natural language processing, which is a relatively theoretical part, and it was about the Turkish language, natural language. So I couldn't be able to keep working on this field, and I have switched to first. I have switched to quantum computing. I have tried a few months to stay in the quantum computing, but it was also a theoretical background. So at the end, I have switched to data mining, which is much more applicable, much more easy to understand in most of the aspects. So I can say the reason I have selected this job is mostly related with my childhood game playing experiences.
Can you describe your ordinary day at work?
And academic staff, a faculty staff, is requested to fulfill some jobs. I think the balance of these jobs is about 40% for the teaching, 40% for the research, and 20% for the service. And the service can be the service to the department, service to the faculty, or service to the society. So the teaching takes about 40%. I'm lecturing 2 or 3 courses for this semester. It is the just beginning of the semester, so I'm not sure about my courses assigned to me, but most of the time we have 2 or 3 courses per semester. I need to prepare the papers, I need to prepare the course outline, the course material, the documentations, the homeworks, and other stuff. And also I need to keep researching on my research topics. We have a research team, and we are making some meetings about the research progress. And also the service. There are some administrative jobs I need to handle. Currently, I am the head of the department, so there are lots of administrative jobs I need to handle. So I think this is how I spend my time in an ordinary day. It depends on the day. Some days we have for example, departmental meetings. Some days we have faculty meetings. Some days we have research meetings, and there are lots of meetings, I think.
How many hours do you sleep per day? Is that a problem for you? Why?
It depends. for example, sometimes we have deadlines for submitting a paper or the research deadline, so it depends on the day. If it is a deadline, so I can keep only a few hours for sleeping, let's say 3 or 4 hours. And some days I have quite enough time for sleeping. It depends on the day.
What's your career plan?
Actually, I can assume I'm at the end of my career plan. I don't see any further plans for my career, but I'm always looking for a new opportunity, for a better research area, for better research partners, collaborations, research projects. But it's an ordinary job for me now because it's a part of my job and we keep researching on the new fields. So we need to keep track of the new approaches, new areas on the computer science in order to find new opportunities for the research. So I can say that in the future I will keep looking forward for new research areas.
What kind of problems do you encounter while you are working?
Sometimes we spend lots of effort, lots of time and resources on the research, and at the end we see that the research is not going anywhere. We sometimes stuck with the research, the track of the research. So it's a big problem in the research because you are always trying something new, which is never tried before. So there's always a possibility of failure. So I think this is one of the biggest difficulties we face.
What's your nature of your work? Can you explain?
You need to be stubborn, you need to be stable, you need to be self-disciplined, you need to discipline your life in order to, for example, you need to assign some jobs to yourself and you need to be the boss of your life. These are the natures you need to be keeping your academic records, your academic researching possibilities. That's what I have experienced until now, but I'm not sure if I will achieve another experience in the future.
Last question. How many years did you need to do this job professionally?
In order to achieve the professional level, I think you need to complete your PhD. And in order to complete your PhD, I think you need 12 years until you complete your high school degree. And then you have BSc and MSc, which means at least 6 years in Turkey. So 18 years, and then the PhD is about 4 years at least. So it's 22 years in order to achieve this degree. This is the minimum requirement, and for my case, I think it is about 25 years. And after you have achieved your PhD, you need to be experienced in your research field, which requires working on the laboratories, working with the researchers for a long time. What I did is I have traveled around the world and I have tried to find a good opportunity for making research. So I have visited many laboratories and then I have decided to study on the data science. So I think it requires more than 25 years for most of the cases if you plan to be an academician and if you plan to be an academician in the computer science in Turkey at least. I'm sure, I have heard the people are achieving these degrees in a shorter period of time in other countries. But in Turkey, this is the case. I mean, you need to study about 25 years. And then your professional career starts. And it depends how you spend your time when you achieve this professional degree.
Thanks for interview.
Okay, thank you very much. And see you.